guys, welcome back to Game 1 of the finals of DominateDominion number 85. This is Tration versus Choose Enema. I did not update the thing. Alright, there you go. Tration, previously known as Sofanda, against Choose Enema. Choose Enema, wow, they have been playing insanely well. I am really impressed. And there's the Lulu ban. Lucian, Kassadin, Teemo, and Kha'Zix for the chat bans. I'm RheingoldRiver, joined by Bert to talk about the first bans here.
Yeah, coming out for the chat bans, we have Lucian, Kassadin, Teemo, and Kha'Zix to be picked up for the chat bans. Lulu already getting immediately banned. Nidalee going to be banned out for Choose Enema. So a lot of the, I guess, OP picks, except for the Teemo. Teemo's just hated all around, devilish kind of character right there.
I really don't like Teemo.
Yeah, I don't think many people do. Brand and Zyra are going to be the last two bans coming out for the in-game bans.
I really approve of the Lulu ban. Kha'Zix played like a god on that champion the past two games, and I honestly think that he carried his team more than anyone else with the amount of peel that he was able to do, the amount of damage he was able to do, the number of times he saved someone's life. It was crazy.
Yeah, and we'll see that Lulu not going to be played out for Kha'Zix this time. Going to have another support going to be coming into play. Generic going to be picking up the Ezreal. I think the last time I saw Generic play was on Ezreal, so I'm not surprised seeing him picking up the AD carry. And really cool to see him and all the crew of Tration coming into the finals of this one. Albeit, I would say Choose Enema.
Wukong is actually open.
Choose Enema. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was going to have that. But Choose Enema had a bit harder of a road to get to where they are in the finals today.
Yeah, both teams that frequently make the top four, so should be a very good game, or a very good best of three. Remember, guys, the finals are a best of three, was best of ones to get here, and now a best of three. So winning one game is not enough. You actually have to win two.
Yeah, we'll see the best of three come into play for this one. We have Golly going to be hovering over the Kayle, but we do have that Civic Calvin Wukong on top of it. The Leona going to pick it up for Kha'Zix, so that's going to be a really good support. But we have the Taric on the other hand. Ooh, that's going to be interesting to pair it up with onto Tration.
Yeah, so the Leona Wukong combination is great because Wukong has his AoE knockup CC, and then even though not a knockup, Leona still has Solar Flare, which is an AoE stun CC. And because Wukong does damage over time to everyone in his Cyclone, even after the knockup has expired, that's still guaranteed sunlight procs from Kha'Zix. And so those two ults combined together for quite a bit of damage. But it is Taric and Kayle picked up. I love the Kayle against that because you can ult someone who is stuck inside a Cyclone and then they're fine.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see the Acoustic Ninja AD carry going to be picked up. This time could be a Vayne locked in. And one thing I wanted to talk about like 2 games ago was the Ari pick. They denied out the Vayne, they denied out the Ezreal in pick phase. And I really think if they had an Ezreal on that team before, it would have really worked out well. And we do see the Ezreal picked up for Generic this time. Acoustic Ninja going to be locking it in onto the Vayne. So I'm loving that pick. We're going to see Brown Bruiser pick up the supporting role as well, picking up the Sona.
Yes, that'll be probably Kha'Zix's Sona that he'll actually go for. And we actually saw Brown Bruiser play Leona, so I don't know why I thought Kha'Zix was going to play Leona, but it'll probably be Brown Bruiser's Leona and Kha'Zix's Sona there, so getting that support. Sona, not the ideal support for a Vayne. You would much rather have a Lulu or a Janna, but of course, both of those champions ban. That's a ton of target directly against Kha'Zix. The insta-lock of the Swain out of armor and wasting on Talon.
And yeah, the Talon going to be locked in just a little bit. Armor going to be picking up the Swain, like you said. It's going to be paired up in the bot lane. We saw him played out against Sauron in the bot, and I think Lurch is going to have that same response to that pick. We'll see if it actually works out the same way.
Trundle is available, so he can just go for Trundle again.
So we'll see if Lurch wants to pick that one up again while the Talon's still getting hovered over. Don't know if that's actually going to get locked in, and it would be a very good pair up, especially with the Taric. It'll
probably be a Jarvan last pick, though, by... Oh, no, they need a Trundle, right? I was going to say, no Jarvan here, actually. They won't have the ability to do a Jarvan gank, but Wukong replacing that Jarvan. But I'm actually surprised that they wanted to go for a Talon as opposed to a J4.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Unicorns plays Talon quite a bit, so
yeah.
I'm not surprised to see him pick that one up. But yeah, J4 would be, I guess, a better tank, more utility coming out.
Well, they're not
top.
going for a tank. They're going for someone to assassinate Vayne. And it's going to be a little bit tough for Talon to actually get past all of that crowd control. But if he can do it, if he can get straight onto a Kha'Zix Ninja, he might actually be able to pick up the one shot. Especially because he can be killed.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll see if Armor can rack that one up there. Golly going to be in the bottom lane, not surprised to see, against Lurch, who did really, really well out that bottom lane match with Sauron on the same champion. So Lurch is going to do his thing. Hopefully we'll see a Kha'Zix Ninja rock it down as well as the carry, but Sify Calvin on his comfort champion of Wukong, that's going to be very dangerous to see.
Yeah, Steve Calvin's Wukong is really good, and Wukong in general is really good. So I'd be pretty scary, or I'd be pretty, if I was Sifu Calvin playing Wukong right now, I'd be pretty scary. And if I was anyone on Penetration, I would be pretty scared.
Yeah, and we'll see all the engagements come into play. I feel like the windmill fight's going to be in favor of Enema if they can protect Kha'Zix Ninja. That's pretty much the if. And if IPU Unicorn just gets in the back line, it's going to be devastating. So we'll see how that will work out. Penetration wants to get the penetration in onto the back line. So I'm liking Unicorn's talent pick, but otherwise, it's really interesting because there is no big front line.
Yeah, so if Penetration can do exactly what Trap Lords did last game and get straight for Kha'Zix Ninja in the first fight, then yes, they can absolutely win the fight. Wei has the targeted stun. A Kha'Zix Ninja is bringing Flash this time as opposed to Cleanse. We'll see how that works out for him. I'm actually a little bit surprised that this time he would go for the Flash as opposed to Cleanse when he was going for Cleanse before. But on Vayne, he probably just wants to have the Flash so that he is as mobile as possible. Because really, Vayne, it's all about your auto attacks. If you're not auto attacking, if you're not getting the Silver Bulge procs, you're really not doing your job. And if you are doing that, you're probably winning the game pretty much for free.
As we do go into the Spectator's Light, we're going to spin this one up in just a little bit. But I'm loving the comps. I'm loving the damage that's going to be coming out. I'm loving all the people viewing out for the finals of DominateDominion number 85. And we'll see if we can get some more people. Do hype it up in the chat room, %hype and all the goodness. In just a little bit, we'll be going into this game.
Yeah, so to go back to the windmill fight a little bit, if Wei can get the stun onto Vayne, and they can get all of that crowd control onto Kha'Zix Ninja, and by all that crowd control, there's really not too much, but Golly has his never move. He's actually probably going to be in the ball lane, so it's more of Wei needs to get a stun down, and then they just need to be able to burst the Kha'Zix Ninja down, because there's not so much CC to follow up after the Taric stun. You have a lot of slow. Talon's Rake going to slow. Talon also, of course, has his silence, and then Armored is going to be able to do AoE splash damage with his Righteous Fury turned on, and he, of course, also has his Judgment for a little bit of slow also. But you're going to be contending with the fact that there's a lot of people standing in between you and Vayne. Wukong+Leona is going to have the heals. You have 3 exhausts there. 2 will be in top. But both Wukong and Sona can exhaust the diver. It's actually going to be pretty difficult for them to dive onto Kha'Zix Ninja. So like you were saying, if he can stand far enough back and no one can get onto him, then yeah, Enema has a great windmill fight. But if Taric can land that stun and they can immediately get the damage down, they can combat the exhaust and really burst Vayne down pretty quick, then they might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be a celebration for them if they can protect the Vayne, and yet again went out with that same comp they were working with Lucian picks. So Vayne not as much range per se and can't do the culling from the back line, but hopefully you can get the damage in, and that's going to be another thing that Kha'Zix Ninja has to really worry about, trying to get the effective damage onto that front line, and especially with generic kind of poking out, maybe the poke's going to be enough to dissuade the damage. Or one thing I also wanted to say, there is some many more chances to get caught out for Enema.
Yeah, and the protect the carry comp that Enema is doing is something that Clueless used to run all the time, where they would have one person playing an AD carry, usually BB Pop or Tay would be just playing an AD carry, and everyone just tries to peel for the AD, tries to protect the AD, and that's exactly what Enema has been doing so well with today is Acoustic Ninja plays an AD carry, and everyone tries to appeal for him, and it's going to be Vayne this game. Vayne is somewhat of a ticking time bomb. If you let the game go a little bit too late, you start to hit that 20-25 minute mark, Vayne's going to have a lot of items. There's going to be pretty much nothing that you can do against her.
And we will start to see if Vayne can get that hyper carry on, or will Vayne get shut down. And that's going to be another thing for Enema. You just need to protect the Vayne, and Acoustic Ninja is going to be the point of talk for a lot of Enema's plays today.
Alright guys, so welcome to the stream if you're just tuning in, or thanks for watching if you've been here the entire time. But this is DominateDominion number 85, sponsored by Dominate Gaming, and this is game 1 of the finals. The finals are, of course, best of 3, and the two teams playing are Tration and Enema Tration. Over on the left-hand side, it is Generic playing Ezreal, I put Unicorns on Talon, Kayle playing Swain, Way on Taric, and Armor gonna be on Kayle. I'm RheingoldRiver, joined by Bird to introduce the other team.
Enema gonna be playing on that purple/red side. We have Calvin on the Wukong+Leona gonna be playing that Sona, Acoustic Ninja on the ever so lightly Vayne. Brandbreeze are gonna be hitting up the sunbathing Leona, and Lurch gonna be rounding out the lineup and picking up that Trundle in the bottom yet again. That bottom lane matchup's gonna be a really good thing to talk about, but again, Acoustic Ninja is gonna be the thing. We're going to see if they can protect out for Enema.
Yeah, and over on the other side, do you have the kill? Kayle will scale. Wow, okay, so it's going to be Armor on Kayle in the ball lane. Actually, Kayle going to head up to top on that Swain. So that's a little bit of additional CC that they will have for Acoustic Ninja in the first fight, because Swain can chain the never move.
Yeah, and we'll see how this will work out in the first battle, but I would expect Kayle still to rotate bottom, because he still needs items to kind of farm up and get into the fight.
Alright, there's a straight dive in, the exhaust immediately onto Calvin, but they actually exhausted his clone there, and it wasn't needed in any case. Generic ignited by Brandbreeze, just completely zoned away from the fight, but Brandbreeze, I don't know if he's actually going to be able to pick this up. Looks like he should be able to. One more auto attack, that's enough. Ezreal was not potting there, and Acoustic Ninja coming in from this side. The flash actually forward. Double kill for Leona there. That is not what I was expecting to see happen. I put Unicorns getting crowd controlled. There's the stun onto Ninja. That is what they needed, but a little bit later than they needed it. And Wukong has actually just backed off to go top. Wowix comes in. Wowix gets the kill onto the Way there. The Way's Taric goes down. Never Move comes in to stop Brandbreezer, but the fight ended a long time ago because Wukong already picked up the windmill, already recalled, and Enema just won the fight.
Yeah, they pretty much bullied the whole team of Penetration at the top lane and just get out. Kayle not going to chase on the Acoustic Ninja, but doesn't have enough damage. Never going to hit down. Was that not enough? And Generic going to go right in and suffer the same fate. No, Unicorn's going to try to rotate, get the cutthroat on, and try to get the knocked into diplomacy, but it is not going to be in range.
Yeah, it is in range now, so Wowix taking pretty low. The Rake picks it up, and Brandbreezer over on Way might be able to win this fight, but I think the other fight a little bit more interesting. Acoustic Ninja, nice dodge of that Mystic shot, and no more mana. Oh, the level up gives a little bit more health, but the Q is enough. Generic with the kill.
Yeah, he did not want to use the final hour to try to dodge out that last juke. Generic going to get hit up on the power cord. Always going to go try to engage it, but IP Unicorn should be able to enough. Get in with the cutthroat, get in with the rake, but it's going to be spilling all over the place.
Yeah, so really wanted to stop the poke from happening, or for the capture from happening, but it was just 2 versus 3, and so they couldn't do it. Leona suicides there to just get a little bit more damage done, get a little bit more crowd control, get a little bit of delaying. Calvin did come back, diving onto Way. Now there is the Cyclone. Silver Bolt's not going to pick it up, it's actually Calvin who picks it up. Oh, Acoustic Ninja goes down to Generic. Is double kill for Calvin, but IP Unicorns right on the way top will probably be able to stop the capture, yeah.
They're going to go using this decoy. Nice job, but not going to be enough. Rake on top of that. Damage going to be enough for Pure Unicorn picking up that kill.
And Wowix tries to get the ender up there on the recall, but can't quite. A lot of focus was just attended towards Bali from Enema, and so Penetration did a very nice job of picking up on that and taking the windmill back for themselves.
We do see the push up over in the bottom lane. Wukong shouldn't be able to help out with that gank over there. Kayle gonna go rotate the bot. And I think, yeah, he's gonna go mainstay over the bot lane for now. Calvin gonna go in, onto Wei. Wei's gonna back off, no problem. While we do see Acoustic Ninja almost getting assassinated by IP Unicorn.
Alright, so minions starting to get a little bit of a capture here onto the windmill. I don't think they can quite take it by themselves. They're going to need a little bit of help from champions, which they don't really have. It's actually Acoustic Ninja running towards this team away from Talon, but Unicorns is able to pick up that kill. It is the ult coming down. Unicorns get smashed into the ground, or race deleted. Whatever you want to call it, he is not alive anymore.
Unfortunately for that, Unicorn's going to get away, but Kayle, the same motion, going to get away from the champions. The Revenant's block being very, very strong. Can be able to just heal up and get down. Armor now. Facing against Lurch. Lurch still chasing on. Now gonna go use Involvement of the shield. There's just push back Lurch off of that one.
Yeah, so Armor not having the ult for a little bit longer here because, or for a while here rather, because he did just use it. But it was during the Subjugate, so Lurch does not have Subjugate anymore himself.
Going for the same build, Ravdas Hydrate into everything, and Lurch is now going to go chase on the Armor. Here comes the gank from both Kha'Zix and Brown Bruiser. Can Armor get away from this? Doesn't have the heals enough to do everything.
Well, he's also running into enemy territory, so it might be a little bit harder. Yeah, there's the Pillar of Filth, Pillar of Ice, but it's the traditional Trundle skin, so we'll call it Pillar of Filth.
As we do see a catch out over in the mid, so Calvin and Acoustic Ninja try to engage 2v4. Now we see Kayle and everybody else going to try to clear this one out. Kha'Zix!
Oh! He saved it! He barely saved it there.
Brown Bruiser barely getting out the neutral. Now going to try to do it again. Unfortunately, not going to be able to pick that, but picks for the kill off of Kayle, and we do see IP Unicorn going to be taken out. Kha'Zix going to get out of there! Stay in the fight, but still get out of there.
Nice bait by Kha'Zix.
And everybody going to be able to save out the drill for the moment, but still 3-2 cap now at the moment.
And so Armor going back to bot lane and just in time to pick up a beautiful present, aka huge minion wave that was about to start taking his tower, but instead it's just going to give him farm. And what does a bot laner want more than farm? Probably ganks from his team.
And snowballs and everything else. So, but yeah, that would be very cool to see, but we'll see how Ezreal can hold out 2 people in the top, or push that bottom.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to defend too well, especially considering that the rest of Enema is coming back up top. Brown Bruiser with the ult down. Unicorns is actually safe off to the side. Crescendo comes across onto 2. Sona actually picked up the kill onto Swain there. Unicorns is using his ult defensively, gets the exhaust on Vayne. Ray comes across also. It's a stun onto Leona there, I believe, out of way. And Generic trying to kite backwards, but I don't know if they're going to be able to.
Yeah, Kha'Zix is going to be able to stay not too much. Wei is going to get focused down. It is going to be Brown Bruiser picking up that kill at the end of everything. And now 3-2 cap. It is coming back to cheese Enem's way. They're going to stabilize for a little bit. Can they keep it up? As we do see the Relic Shield going to go over.
Yeah, so picking up the Storm Shield in the middle of the map. Acoustic Ninja has that now, so a little bit of Chain Lightning will come out from his auto attacks every now and then. And of course he has a nice little shield. And he's bigger. You know, I think the most important part is he's a bit bigger.
Remember when there was a summer spell called Surge and making everything bigger and then top that up? Yeah, that would be very legit to see Acoustic Ninja on top of that, but it's okay for now. Big, easy in charge.
That summer spell was pretty silly, not gonna lie.
Like attack speed and then just bigger animation, right? I think there was another skill on there, but
you got some ability power. I want to say. I want to say it was ability power and attack speed. So like it was good on kill, except still not really
useful. Yeah. We do see a case to pick up 1 kill, and we do see a pause coming out for the team.
So just getting into a quick pause timer here. Shouldn't last for too long. Nash's Tooth, first item on kill, CDR attack speed, ability power, all things that you like to have on that champion. She really wants to have her Righteous Fury up as often as possible, be able to get that range increase, 525 range with her Righteous Fury available. Melee range without it, and the splash damage.
And we'll see him pick up into his next item. I think it would be probably AP. So he's gonna go maybe Wukong or something else out to put in more damage onto Trundle, especially picking up the Sorcerer's Shoe. So I like where Armor is going. I don't know if he's being utilized so well, as we do see Swain only at a BF team almost, or a Blackbird Torch in just a little bit. He needs his items, and soon enough, I mean, he'll get to the late game tankiness. It's not happening anytime soon.
Alright, so we have this sort of dance around the map as Penetration going for the drill, and she's Enema going to go for the refinery on the other side. So refinery and drill probably going to get traded over here, one for the other. And Generic with the Arcane Shift away. Sifu Calvin jumping in. He does have that ult, gets to knock up onto Unicorns. There's the Cutthroat, or Noxian Diplomacy, excuse me, over to Acoustic Ninja. And Acoustic Ninja with the Condemn with the Silver Bolts. That's a kill onto Talon. Sona did pick up kill, meanwhile, on the other side. Generic being zoned away by Sifu Calvin. Oh, the Crescendo! That was a great outplay by Generic with the Arcane Shift first. The Wiglets did get popped, but Generic with one kill. Nice Q out of Wowix. That's a shutdown.
You see Lucian Way gonna go fight it out over at the bottom. Drill gonna get neutralized. So they're gonna take that one down. Boneyard still on the way for penetration. So can we keep it going for penetration? At least defend it out. While we do see Dolly gonna get picked off over the top, is Round Bruiser gonna be able to just slow down the Swain for now.
And when you have a Vayne in your composition, you do expect to get a little bit behind early like this, because Vayne just isn't that good early. She will scale really, really well into the late game, though. So we'll see if they can manage to not fall too far behind, and then She's Enema can have their Vayne just carry the game. Or we'll see if Penetration can snowball the advantage that they have right now. Way and Armor are doing their best to hold on to this point right now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Leona actually does fall, and the BFT comes across. Vayne with one kill, but it's a double kill for Gali.
Yeah, Gali gonna be able to get double kill. He's had a great never move to catch down onto the bot lane. The Sona and the Vayne, and we do see Armor and Way just punishing down the bottom lane. Triple kill coming out for Way.
And that was a full ace out of 4 cap. So talking about, can Penetration snowball the lead and manage to pick up the game before Acoustic Ninja gets too big? Right now, they're absolutely on par to do that.
And it is on She's Enema to try to regroup and just fight it out as a team. They've been getting caught out in some sticky situations. Brown Bruiser try to catch on the armor. Might catch that. We'll start out something. We engage. Actually, they're just going to go for the back cap for the kill, and we're going to see this madness yet again. Now from both Penetration.
So this is again a focus of having a ton of people towards bot lane, but this time there's no quest objective. So we'll see if it actually ends up being worth it, but you know what, they just gave up the bot lane quest that they had been going, sending a whole bunch bot. Way caught out in the middle of the map. He wanted to get the pickup onto Sifu Calvin. One more auto attack will do it. He does manage to get it up, but goes down to Wowix. Wowix's Sona is 7-3-12 right now, tied for the most kills on her team.
Yeah, she's doing really well with the AP that's given to her, and we're going to be useful in more of a situation. This is how the backup coming up from IP Unicorn is going to be lurching taken down by Generic. And we do have the trade-offs of the points, but
yeah,
again...
once again, just dancing around the map, trading points. Oh, nice neutralize, or interruption of the recap there by the True Shot Barrage out of Generic. And he stops it again.
Gets in and gonna get some damage onto Wowix, and you see Wowix and Way. Talk a little bit, gonna get stunned, but IP Unicorn's gonna go right on Acoustic Ninja yet again. Great Solar Flare to try to deny IP Unicorn down.
And that was a really good crescendo, and actually almost managed to pick up the kill onto Generic, but wasn't quite able to. Way trying to recall, he gets caught out.
You want over at bot, we do see the Boneyard still taken away from this one, and Gali and Armor will pick that one up, no problem indeed. While Way distracts enough time to make sure that that bot lane point was captured on.
So Vayne's sitting on 9, 6, and 7 right now, building towards the Phantom Dancer actually as a second item, but is still a ways away from it with only the Zeal and the critical completed there. And Armor has ult right now, so maybe that was a little bit of a bait, but I don't think he's going to be able to survive here.
Now, it was a great never move dodge from both Zipper Calvin and also onto Brown Bruiser, but now they're going to have to re-engage in, get Feller Vape on, and Gali is going to be taken out right as well. 1 out of mana. Eric now going to try to trade 2v2 coming into play, but Unicorns getting hot on pursuit for Acoustic Ninja. Can they finish it up? Derek actually face taking way too much. Turk being able to finish that one up, and IP Unicorns going to try to come out from the side. See if Calvin going to sniff that one out.
And Wowix with the kill over the wall. Very nice job there. Wowix is also doing a great job of just staying on top of his AD carry. He is always with Vayne.
Yeah, Wade's gonna go re-engage upon, but not.
Loses the windmill is the team that's gonna be able to gank bot, but in this case, Cheese and Enema were able to do both.
Unicorn's gonna try to start this one up. Golly gonna go catch onto Acoustic Ninja all by himself. 3v1. Can Wawix help out his friend? But no, not gonna be enough. You got Cheese and Enema picking that one up, no problem.
Yeah, and Wei was backcapping, and that allowed him to actually just get a free flanking position off. Gets the knockback onto Wowix. Wowix gets knocked up and goes down almost immediately. Sifu Calvin and Brownbreeze are here to defend. Ult from Janna just going to heal a little bit.
Do pick up onto Wei, and we do have a great conflagration on top of the Pyroclasm. Acoustic Ninja going to be able to pick that one up. Actually, Sifu Calvin picking that one up, no problem. We see the disengage yet again. Great job by Generic hitting the Howling Gale onto 2 members of the team.
A little bit of a weird interaction from the animation of Wukong, but Wei is the one who gets picked off. Wei is going to go down to Driven. Driven now 4-0-1. So definitely, and that's the thing is that oh my god, bot lane actually. Ult comes down from Lurch. Armor, I don't think you can dive this. You should be able to survive enough with the Ravenous Flock, except for the fact that the rest of the team is coming. Actually, Lurch got the kill up solo.
Yeah, and unfortunately he ran out of mana, so Armor was not going to have the Ravenous Flock actually finish up that kill. And, well, we do see the push-up for Brown Bruiser at bottom lane. Well, we do have some defense going to happen at the windmill. They're trying to cut off onto Janna, and we do have Generic just trying to help out at the bot lane instead.
Alright, Brown Bruiser actually was trying to walk up through enemy territory and got caught out, punished for it. Janna with the kill, but meanwhile, Wei on Jace actually went down on the other half of the map. So 1-for-1, a couple pickups happened.
We do see Generic going to go fall down as well, gets caught out in the open, and something that we were talking about for Cheese Enema getting caught out is actually going to be turning it around and be able to pick up a few unicorns as well. Golly going to get chased upon, Super Kevin trying to chase the dead pawn. Brown Bruiser are going to cut off Generic off on the side. Golly going to be taken down right fast, quickly. He's going to be picking up the auto attack. Pyroclasm going to hit, only going to hit on one person. Generic going to be engaged upon, but he's going to be taken out of the fight. Great job by neutralizing Wei, and we do see the neutralize coming out on the drill.
And this game is super, super different from the last one. The last one started out incredibly back and forth. The windmill was traded back several times in a row at the very beginning of the game. And this time, instead, we're just seeing absolute dominance by Cheese Enema.
Yeah, we do see the zone out coming out. IP Unicorn's going to go on to Wawix. Wawix just going to mantra it up, shield it down, and IP Unicorn's is going to be taken out as well. And yeah, this is the biggest changeover from the last game where it was so effective, like you said. They're to be able to trade it off on the kills over at bot, but overall, Cheese Enema just changed up the score and changed up the game. Wawix caught out in the open, but it's been really all Cheese Enema all the day now. Up this is the early game.
And knockback onto Acoustic Ninja there. He's probably going to go down. Yeah, falls. Golly gets leashed by Karma. And this is a 4.5 cap right now from Cheese Enema.
Yeah, and it's going to keep on going. Super Calvin's going to go knock it down over at the boneyard. Armor going to try to trace it down as well. Great knock up and windmill coming out. Super Calvin, they're going to try to do a 2-for-1. Dang, Super Calvin, can you carry on today? It is going to get double kill at bot with the ace coming out for the team with Cheese Enema.
That was a full 5 cap. You don't see full 5 caps too often.
Not in the finals of a DominateDominion either. Cheese Enema might have played it out well, and I think they changed up their comp so much that penetration didn't really have an answer.
Yeah, we saw the 280 carry bans. Both Ezreal and Lucian were focused bans there at Acoustic Ninja, but they said, you know what, we're just not even going to bother running an 80 carry composition. They didn't like how the Vayne had worked out, so they just said, we're going to run a totally different sort of comp. No Lulu, no Vayne, neither of those was picked out, and Penetration is just looking really, really strong. Excuse me, Cheese Enema is looking really, really strong with this comp.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they might have had the win on the last game, but they are definitely looking to close out this one pretty fast. 8 minutes in, it's already 470 points to 105. Looking really good for Cheese Enema to try to take this up to a rubber match to that best of 3 series. So, see how Penetration is going to try to come back in this one. It's not over just yet, but it's looking pretty grim for them at
Yeah, the drill is gonna finally go back over to Penetration. It's really, really hard, even when you're this far ahead, to maintain a 4 cap. And they just had to recall. They weren't able to quite do it. Generic gets caught out. Generic's probably going to fall. It's actually a Cataclysm from Jarvan. Jarvan does go down. It's treated 1-for-1. And Swain with the kill onto Cassiopeia, but it's a double kill for Stephen Calvin. Golly getting chased into the bush. Howling Gale comes across. Doesn't really get a knock up on too many important people. There's the stun out of Brand. Golly drops.
Yeah, getting the Seer, going to lock it in this stun, and we're going to see probably another cap coming off on the drill. 9 minutes in, it's still going to be at least a neutral coming out from the team of Cheese Enema. Generic, I don't think can really do too much against this. Going to get the neutral, going to use the monster to get out of there, and now Ice Queen right back in.
Pyroclasm across, gets almost all of the bounces off, and Pillar of Flame is going to be enough to finish Xin, turning him into a Pillar of Death.
First combo coming out from Wukong and Ninja missing off the shock blast off the top of on top of the acceleration gate. You see her getting chased around in the bottom, but again going back to the drill, it's just a lot of poke coming around. Still neutral at the point right now, and Wukong just try to engage it yet again.
Yeah, so Wade did pick up the health relic. And actually Jace managed to pick up the kill onto Bran there, so nice play by Wade. But I don't know, Seafood Calvin actually is the last one alive. So it looks like that was a one team fight for Penetration. Cheese Enema overextending just a little bit, and Wei might be able to get his team the first 3 cap of the game.
Yeah, at least coming back into this 16 points left on the red side, and we do see Penetration gonna hold on for just a little bit, but how long can they hold? That is gonna be the question, as we do see Armor and Lurch battling out over in the bottom lane. Item builds coming out right now. Blackburn Torch coming into play. Yomi's goes play for the Brown Bruiser, and Civic Calvin still going to try to get in. But on the other hand, see yet again Armor taking out from 3 members of Cheese Enema. Now going to try to get rid of the Boneyard while we get dead.
Yeah, there's the ult comes across by Lurch. Doesn't manage to get the stun onto too many, but everyone just sort of evaporates. Wade does pick up a double kill, but being chased by Seafood Calvin now, does have Cyclone available. Trying to juke out of the bush. Nice juke there. Does it again, manages to get the knock back. At acceleration gate, he might actually be able to get into the well and survive here, but it is Cyclone coming down onto Golly instead, and Karma actually takes that kill away from the monkey.
Yeah, IP Unicorn's Armor coming right back in, and we do see Kassadin still fighting out with Generic. Gets the Seer on, gets the Blackfire Torch. It's up on the Pyroclasm, and is the monster going to be enough? No, the Seer coming back in, going to be able to lay out that kill.
Yeah, so Acoustic Ninja with the kill on Janna is 2-2 right now in terms of point capture, and the 3 cap needs to hold for 16 seconds, and then it'll be game. So we'll see if Cheese Enema is able to hold for 13 seconds.
As we do see Wei going to be able to pick up the kill onto the top lane, and we're gonna see the 3 cap coming back into fruition for Penetration. Neutral is gonna come in, and we're gonna see Kha'Zix try to delay this. Gets a great shot off on Mandra. See if Kha'Zix can finish this one up. Nope, he can't. But it is if Kevin picking up the kill with.
Oh, Wowx managed to get the kill on, and Jace goes down to Janna there. Xin dropped 2 kills so far for Cheese Enema.
We do see Golly going to. Everybody else in team Penetration should be able to clean this one up. Calvin's still going to chase him up to Generic.
And Golly coming in. Brown Bruiser missed the EQ there, actually. He didn't get the E. That's a triple kill for Unicorns. 7 to 387 is the score right now. It's neutral. Penetration is playing with fire right now. They have 7 seconds for the rest of the game that they can not have a 3 cap. Or at least not be neutral on points.
I mean, Penetration can do their same strat they did last game and cause some chaos by capturing the refinery or trying to get a neutral on the claw. It could work out, but it's 7 points. It's so low. You can't really do so much with that, but I've seen my mouse being bitten before, and we'll see if she's Enema can down.
But Wei gets dove on almost immediately. Wei's gonna fall, and that might be the last hope. Kha'Zix does go down. It's a shutdown over to Sifu and onto Xin, though. Gale now getting chased down. There's the EQ knockup. He's gonna drop almost immediately, and they're just gonna go for the Boneyard. Who really cares about the windmill? Armor, very nice W there. Gets to never move on to Brown Bruiser. Stops him from being able to come back. Acoustic Ninja with the neutral on top.
Ooh, Armor delete at bottom, and we do Gale. But Acoustic Ninja still chasing on the generic round 2 of this matchup, and Acoustic Ninja still semi-weeding this one out. Gets the hit. Get the Pillar Flame or the Seer, so he has to play this one a little bit more carefully. Pyroclasm on and try to get out. But IQ Unicorn, yet again, clean up the kill.
Alright, so Brown Bruiser, Lurch, and Sifu Calvin all here in bot right now. Karma trying to stop the windmill from getting captured, but it's a double kill thanks to the turret there at the end. And the 3 cap is still owned by Penetration.
And Penetration actually making this a comeback right now. I mean, it was at 407 at one point, and Kha'Zix gonna go get caught out. We see Lurch getting ganked on. Armor gonna try to get the catch.
Uses the ult there. Petrifying Gaze is not enough though, because Armor has a ton of healing from their Ravenous Flock. Even if he does have Grievous Wounds from the Morellonomicon, he still has a ton of healing. Zin making his way up to top here. Brown Bruiser might be caught out.
Brown Bruiser is definitely caught out. Great kill off of that one, and great job by Pre-Unicorns now, 8-12-9. Bringing it up, racking up the kills. Acoustic Ninja gonna net down onto Armor. Was not enough for that monster, and Acoustic Ninja gonna go down, but Wei getting caught out. Jungle.
Yeah, Karma with the kill onto Zin there. Wei's super low. He's just gonna go ahead, recall in ambush. Gale trying to live, has the Arcane Smash for CC. Nimbus Strike comes in from Wukong, but they still don't have the damage. Alright, there we go. There you go.
Good job by Wukong, just ever so pursuing that. Generic not gonna get caught out from there. Kha'Zix, great kick in. Double kill coming up from Pacific Calvin. Wei should be able to finish up at least one. Go on to Pacific Calvin, pick up that, but IP Unicorn's gonna have to trade it off now.
And IP Unicorn's leashed by Karma. He's gonna go down. That's the windmill, and I think that's gonna be game.
Yeah, 4 seconds on that point, and it is gonna be Penetration losing out the second game of the best matchup.
Yeah, so very dominant performance there by Enema. Game 1, very close, very back and forth. In game 2, Enema absolutely dominated. A couple hiccups here and there that caused them to take a little bit longer to actually close out the game. But you know what? They were always in a position where they were pretty much guaranteed to win. So, gonna go ahead and take a look at graphs here. Damage dealt to champions, 32,500 by Wukong, way out in the lead. And I don't know, I expect there will be a Wukong ban here, much the same as there was a Taric ban in the previous game. Time spent dead. Graveyard Hero is Zin. So we're going to get into the next lobby as soon as we can. Have the invite already, so shouldn't take too long at all. Throw up a quick commercial break. In the meantime, please turn off your ad block. Help support Dominate Gaming. You can also subscribe to our channel. You get a shiny little icon, access to emoticons just for subscribers, and priority in viewer games. Plus, you get that warm, fuzzy feeling of knowing that you helped out Dominate Gaming, which is, you know what, probably the best part of it overall. So, turn off your ad block, subscribe to the stream. We'll be back in a sec.